Hello, welcome to Of the People. Thank you for joining us Facebook Live. Death to America. That's right. Death to America. For those of you who are under a rock or perhaps watching the solar eclipse, there was on Al-Quds Day, which is, I think, the last Friday before the end of Ramadan, in, of all places, Michigan, a large, very large protest rally, pro-Palestinian, pro-Hamas protest rally, where you heard chants of death to America on U.S. soil. Erica, roll 'em.
And this is why Imam Khomeini, who declared the International Day of Quds, this is why he would say to pour all of your chants and all of your shouts upon the head of America. Malcolm X said.
Okay. Those chants in Arabic are death. Those chants in Arabic are death to America. Okay. On U.S. soil. So the first thing is hate crime, anybody? But more importantly, because you realize that hate crimes are only important, or the allegations only occur when it's the conservative right that is saying something contentious that the left doesn't like. But in this case, you have death to America, right, on U.S. soil. We're not enforcing U.S. laws. Terrorists are clearly here, and that seems to be okay. My question is, where is the outrage from the American public? Have we become so numb and so just cavalier that on U.S. soil, you having people who support terrorism chanting death to America inside this country? How and why is that okay? Now, the other thing to keep in mind here, I know that we're now talking about Bill of Rights and the First Amendment, which is freedom of speech. But remember, the standard is established by Justice Wendell Oliver Holmes back in 19, don't quote me on the year, was that you have free speech, but you cannot yell fire in a crowded theater. That was then amended, by the way, somewhere in the 60s, I think 69, in the Brandenburg, Ohio decision, which basically says that you cannot say something that's going to foster an incitement to immediate violence, right? But if death to America is not incitement to violence, then I don't know what is. But there's a bigger picture at play here, because it's okay for the Democrats that, because they're pandering for votes for November, we've already established that. Don't forget, Michigan is also where there was the Muslim cleric who said it was okay to slaughter the Jews like sheep. But under the heading of death to America, I would argue that it's the Biden administration who's okay with death to America. Maybe not the same sense that this protester was talking about, but death to the way that America was, death to American values, right? We have open borders here. We have death to America. We have bankrupt the country. We're stopping forcing the laws. Let's keep going, all these things. If you don't enforce the laws, which is the last line of defense in a civil society, if you politicize the judicial process or you weaponize the judicial process, you are breaking down all the norms and all the values of American values that this country was established on. So let's be really clear here. Death to America on U.S. soil is unacceptable, and the fact that the public doesn't seem to care, or maybe the reason the public doesn't care is because the mainstream media isn't publicizing it, because I don't think you ever saw it on MSNBC or CNBC or CNN or any of the other news networks who clearly have an ideological agenda. But I would argue it's also the Biden administration that is pushing policies that is also bringing around death to America or the American way of life. I don't really see much difference. And freedom of speech, which we're a big supporter of, does not allow you to declare or call for fire in a crowded theater. But this comes down to the elections in November. Everything seems to be okay, including death to America on U.S. soil. Not okay with me. I think that it's time for America to take a stand. Open borders. If someone was coming into your house and was yelling death to your family, would that be okay? Then what's the difference between someone saying death to America in this country? it's not okay. And that's the monologue.